going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of City Boys Raw and Uncut. Y'all see the name of the video, y'all see the thumbnail. Let's get it cracking.
That we don't take into consideration of the baby boy effect, especially when we're dealing with mothers who have sons and were grooming their sons and raising their sons independently in the home before another male party was introduced. And a lot of times we don't talk about how women date their sons. And single mothers oftentimes do everything but fuck their sons. And they have that emotional stability that is built within the home. And that's the reason why I say, you know, a single mother is a fuckboy factory. And the reason why I say that is because it's not that a fuckboy can't be birthed from a two-parent home, although it is, you know, it's an abnormality, you know, it's an anomaly of sorts that you would encounter a significant amount of subpar men that have been raised in destructive two-parent homes. But single women become so emotionally dependent upon their children, specifically their sons, that they will convince themselves that they don't need a man until they encounter the space from being alone to genuinely being lonely. And now we're having to deal with the imbalance that was set in the household, because this boy is not your son, he is your man. When you want to cuddle, you go lay down with them. When you want some emotional time, you go watch movies with them. You touch them and you rub them and you massage them. And you do these things, everything that you would do to a man to suffice that. A lot of women even dress their sons like the man that broke their heart.
This is tough.
Well,
but you are 100% right.
So I think that that's the dichotomy. Like, I'm not saying that your children shouldn't have weight in your relationship, but what I am saying that we have to look at it from an integral space. Like, why do they feel this way? Especially if you're dealing with a man-child who is uncomfortable with your new partner, and this man-child is not necessarily a little boy anymore. Like me, I have an adult son. I have a 21-year-old son.
Wow, man, no lies detected, man. She's telling straight truth. She's spitting straight fact. See all the other guys on the panel, man? She was dropping straight gems, man. I love it. Let's continue.
Just like you got a camera, I got my own too. All right, whatever.
You little racist ass, bro. You a
That
hater?
you brought out a fucking strip club.
She wasn't no fucking stripper. She wasn't no stripper.
Move.
Don't
Move.
touch me.
I'm not gonna touch you.
Wait in the car. Wait.
I'm not, bro. Our stuff is here. I'm not, though. My stuff is here and I'm getting my stuff. Get your ass in that motherfucking car. But I'm not, though.
Whoa.
Get your ass away.
Whoa.
But I'm not, though.
You go in your room.
Matter of fact, please don't, because my stuff is here.
We leave. You ain't got to do all that. You don't.
What did I do to you? What did I do to you?
I don't like you.
What did I do to you? What did I do?
You're a dirt asshole. And you're
Oh, am I?
For my man, my son.
Your man?
Yo, man. Woo! It's getting ugly, man. Let's continue.
I have a son husband. Of course I call my son just to hear his voice. I have a son husband. Of course I want him to pay my bills and put something in his name. I have a son husband. Of course I call my son just so he can hear me cry. Oh, son, take care of mama. I have a son husband. Of course I could just show up to their house unannounced, because I'm mommy. Hello?
Hello?
Mommy's here. I have a son husband. Of course I'm gonna try to ruin all his relationships and then play victim.
Hey, the accuracy is on point, man. Let's go.
I'm a single parent. I had to work. This kid would pick up his two little sisters, make sure that they eat, make sure that their homework was done. If I had to stay late, he'd make sure they took a bath and put them to sleep. And then he changed.
I'm tired. I'm depressed. I'm tired.
And now you expect your grown son to be the husband, pick the kids up from school and put them to bed and feed them. See, this is the problem I have with single motherhood. Y'all love to sit around and appoint your children as the father of the rest of your children. You made them children. And if you can't find a man, you can't find somebody to marry you, you just on your own. You ladies who have all these fatherless kids running around, and you appoint this child to take care of this child, and if they did not have a father, because you failed to find a husband before you had that boy or girl. It is all on you. You failed.
You're absolutely right, man. And that's so toxic for a mother to be doing, acting like that, man. That's crazy. Let's continue.
You tell me I don't deserve a G-Wagon. $50 an hour for the quarterback lessons, and this motherfucker throws another motherfucker a G-Wagon. I'm out here catching rebounds and running drills, and you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I'm going to say this, man. Always take care of moms, man. I'm not saying to overdo it, but always make sure mom's taken care of, man. If she was there for you and she was catching rebounds and passes and paying for football camp and all that, make sure she's taken care of before you making sure other girls are taken care of. I can back that. Let's continue.
I talked about the difference between son husbands and husband sons. And, I said son husbands are the biological offspring of women. And they're often forced to play an emotional role in women's lives that usually is reserved for boyfriends and husbands.
Like my outfit? Oh, why? It's a bathing suit. Oh, really? It's a bathing suit. Then why are you wearing high shoes, huh? They're boots.
But because they're the only males present and they're under the control of, their mothers, they end up playing roles that they really shouldn't be, roles that are inappropriate. And even though most often it's not sexual, there are instances where it can cross into a sexual line.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, a son husband is basically a biological son who is fulfilling emotional roles for his mother that should be reserved for adult boyfriends, significant others, and husbands.
And honestly, it's sad, man. I've seen moms have their sons literally go out and fight for them or something and end up getting shot and killed. For real. Just because they're being an emotional support, just because they're trying to be there for their mom and protect their mom. I have seen dudes literally get killed behind that, man. It's crazy. Let's continue, man.
You come into a man's life and you feel like you got to compete with his mother for his attention, his time, his priority. That is not a relationship for you. Some men are still emotionally dependent on their mothers. And those mama's boys ain't ready to be husbands, ain't ready to protect and provide for you, to prioritize you, to look after your needs because they're too preoccupied with trying to satisfy their damn mother. The Bible talks about how a man will leave his mother and his father and stick with his wife. What I look like having my spiritual threefold core, my soulmate, competing with my mother for my attention. If this man is a mama's boy, he ain't ready to be your husband. He got to divorce himself from his mama first. Just like you can't date a married man, you cannot date a man that's married to his mother emotionally. Everything they do is to please their mother and you're secondary. You cannot have a healthy, functional relationship with a man that's supposed to be your leader if he's still following his mother. I don't see how y'all put up with like this.
He absolutely right, man. He absolutely. If you're putting up with a dude that's still married emotionally to his mom, he's never gonna be trying to protect you. He's gonna always listen to what his mom is saying. Always. You're never gonna come first. You're always gonna come second. That means you always gonna be sitting in that back seat. She always gonna be sitting in that front seat. Straight up. Let's continue.
I have only known this young man 24 hours, and there's no way in the world, just reading his space, that I know he's going to allow a man to abuse a woman in his presence.
She doesn't think about me that way. She doesn't.
Well,
then you saw him playing basketball and going on dates together.
So what? Mind your business. You say that you don't see the man that your son is, so I'm asking you, since this is not a demonstration of a man, you need to tell me what man you're using to measure him with. Which one?
My idea.
Which is your idea. Now, is that the idea you trained him up to be?
No.
Oh. So how in the blazing bejesus are you holding him accountable to a standard that you didn't teach him, his father didn't give him?
That's because she wants him to be the man that she wants him to be. I'm glad when I see a female therapist holding another female accountable, because so many times we see them just try to coddle them and make excuses for them and all. The fact of the matter is that your mom is your mama. She may not always have your best interest in heart. Sometimes she has her own interest in heart, which can end up directly or indirectly affecting you for the rest of your life and your dating life. Do me a favor, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, baby.